Hello everyone, Arms Inc. here, and today I have a review for you of the Ruger 1911, SR 1911. This came out, almost 2 years now, 2 years ago, and it's been very, very hard to get. I got it a while ago, and I wanted to shoot it for a little bit and have it before I made any reviews, and then I got busy, and so I've had it for several months now, and it's about time I did a review on it. So let's safety check it first. Empty, good to go. Nothing in the magazine. Drop the slide, put the magazine back in, and I got the 8-round magazine in, so if you notice it sticks down a little bit, that's why. They got a 7-round that's flush, so don't worry about that. In this review, I'm going to talk about some of the features it has. Then I'm going to talk about my dislikes and likes. And then I'm going to talk about my experiences with the firearm. In my experiences with the firearm, I'll also kind of get into what does this firearm come with and everything. So some of the features that come on this firearm that's not necessarily standard for 1911s is the extended beaver tail, skeletonized hammer, the skeletonized trigger, the extended safety lever, the Novak sights, real bright, high visibility, nice to line up sights. The bushing and the barrel are milled from the same bar stock, so you have a real tight fit, and they're matched for each other. So it's a real tight fit versus some of the ones I know that there's a little bit more play in it. It's a stainless steel pistol. The price is around, I paid $650, and I've seen them anywhere from like $620 all the way to $800. So it kind of depends upon where you are. I think the MSRP price is $799. It also has an extended magazine release. It's really easy to push. Beautiful rosewood grips. And that's all I can think of right now. Oh, also the magazine, the spring housing is metal. And that's very nice because I know on Kembers and a few others they're putting plastic ones and claiming that it saves weight, but I'd rather have a metal one than plastic. So now that I've kind of talked about some of the features, let me talk about my dislikes, and then I'm going to go into my likes. My dislikes on this particular firearm is that if you notice it's really something you got to look at for a little while, but if you notice on the grips, the emblem on this side while it's indented here, it's flush on either side, versus on this one it's actually indented a little bit more. So there's a little play in how that is. And I know that's so minor. This is real nitpicking. But, it's something that bugs me, and I'm going to talk about it. The other thing is that on this, it's not blued. I want to say it's Parkerized or something like that. There's some kind of oxidation going on, and I'm not really sure how to get rid of that. If anybody's got any advice besides using steel wool or whatever, any little trick or secret, or if that's just the way it is, please leave that in the comment box down below. I would love to know more about it. And it appears on pretty much every other piece. There's some back here a little bit. If you look very closely, you can kind of see some there, and there's a little bit on this side right here. Not a big deal. Also, on the barrel, it did come with a few scuff marks from where the slide contacts it, and I don't know if it's going unevenly or the barrel's not quite perfectly round, but it's only on a few weird points, so that kind of makes me wonder whether the barrel's not perfectly round or there's uneven points on the slide itself. When we open it, if you look on this side of the barrel, it does have a lot of ring marks for where they spun the barrel and they milled it down. And I would have liked to see this a little polished up more and to have those marks removed. It's not 100% necessary, but it would have been nice to see. Okay, let me get it now. That's that, and also my last dislike is that the case that the container it comes in a box, and it includes some stuff, but it also includes this little carrying pouch thing, protective little case. And I would have liked to see how Remington, the Remington R1 1911, and how they do theirs is it's in a plastic case. It looks a lot nicer. It's easier to store. You have a protective case in case you got to go anywhere. I really would like to see Ruger do the same thing. And this is definitely in the same kind of price point. This is, however, it's a lot more customized than the Remington 1911 is, but I think it's also a little bit more expensive. So, I don't know. I would have liked to see it, but it didn't happen. I can live with it. And I guess I just got to buy one myself. Now, my likes with this firearm. I love this beaver tail. I love it. I get hammer bite all the time because I got big hands. And when I shoot the Colt 1911. And, that is a pain in the butt. And I really don't like that. I hate hammer bite and I hate slide bite. It's just something that really throws me off about a gun. If I get that, I don't want it. The extended mag release is nice. It's not too high, but it's not too low. It's just right. It's like the Three Little Bears. Was it Goldilocks and Three Little Bears? Just right. So the Novak sights are wonderful. They do make a huge difference in accuracy and shoot. I don't want to say shootability, but I'm not sure if that's a real word. I also like this kind of two-tone thing where you have these, they're not accessories, but these other parts that are blackened or Parkerized. I want to say Parkerized. And it just gives the gun a certain character. I don't like it when guns are stainless on the slide and stainless, or stainless on the slide and blue on the frame, or blue on the frame and stainless on the slide. It looks kind of weird to me. Unless it's some of the polymer ones, then I don't know. They're kind of a different breed. But when you get to like 1911s, I look kind of like it all to be stainless. And then I'm really feeling this Parkerized, or even if it was blued, they're Parkerized, but even if it was blued or something else to give it a kind of a different two-tone, it really brings out a lot of character. These rosewood grips are gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the grain on that. Now this side it's a little dark up here, but it just kind of gives it some character. And they are beautiful. They feel good in the hand. You don't want to change these grips if you get this 1911. You leave these grips on. Unless you got ivory or something weird like that, it would be hard to find something that is as nice as that. Also, I forgot to mention that even though this is not really super, but it's slightly beveled, just to give you a little bit more ease on getting your magazine in. I like that it came with an 8-round and a 7-round magazine. I really like the 8-round magazine. Just to me, for that pinky, my hand's kind of big and gives my pinky a little bit of resting spot, so it just feels a little bit better in the hand. Let me talk about the fit, because this is something else I love about this gun. The fit is amazing. There is no wobble. I think there's probably more wobble in like a Colt 1911 70 series from the 70s, the one I reviewed, than this particular firearm. I do notice, however, this is starting to get into the experience, but I put about 400, 500 rounds-ish downrange, and you notice a huge difference once you get to like 300-400 rounds downrange. it just feels so much better on the slide. It was a little gritty when I first got it, just ever so slightly, and the hammer didn't feel as smooth. This didn't feel as smooth. Nothing felt as smooth as it does now. It's almost broken in all the way. I think I still have a little bit more to go, but it's so true that you need to shoot about 500 rounds downrange with a 1911 before you can really judge it. Accuracy, I'm not a super good pistol shooter. I have, a few pistols, and my Taurus Raging Bull, when I shoot that, I shoot it from a rest where the gun's actually on a rest, and that makes it easier to shoot it. Shooting freehand or shooting even with just my elbows on the table, I'm not that good, and the 45 is a powerful caliber. My groupings are, kind of like that, somewhere in between here, and I'd say that's what, 3-4 inches from like here to here. So I don't know, they're not super tight, but on the other hand, they're not super loose. Real quick, back to something I liked about it that I forgot to mention. Ruger, didn't put too much crap on the slides. I don't like it when the slides looked cluttered, and this 1911 does not look cluttered. It just has Ruger, made in the USA, and on this side it says the Phoenix, and down here on the frame, it's got Prescott, Arizona, Ruger, my serial number, and SR 1911. Not that much on it, so it's a wonderful firearm. Really nice to shoot, real fun to shoot. I'm getting better every time I shoot it. I've had somebody shoot a few rounds who's really good with pistol, and his group was super. I had to burp there. His group was super tight, so I know that I can get, and when I mean super tight, I mean like almost like touching kind of. And this is with just crappy, cheap ammunition. This is not match grade or anything like that. So this gun will outshoot me, and it's very, very easy to shoot. Like all 1911s, point of aim. It just is so natural to shoot. You can't complain with the 1911. So that kind of gets into my experience. I've talked about what I liked, what I disliked. I really don't have much else to say besides the fact they're getting easier to get. I'd definitely recommend this firearm. For the price, you can't beat it for a US made firearm, especially in 1911 with all these features. That's part of the reason why they're so hard to get, is because it's just such an awesome gun. I do have a 10-round magazine here, and this is a Wilson Combat, and it does have some ammunition, so we're not going to cock it, but goes in okay. With the ammo, it's very tight because it's stocked up, and it's a new magazine, and it's just tight, and that kind of gives it a whole new look to the 1911 with it sticking out at the bottom. But I don't know. So yeah, if you got any comments, questions, or suggestions, pardon me. If you got any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment box down below. Please like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you for watching. Mahalo. Aloha.